time you try and false
Oh, I
start us, and
splashed
it's
the
just
tea on my face.
man.
Welcome back to another exciting episode of John Talks to Lamb.
Yeah, it's a different branch of the government here.
But
With
same
guests.
brand. With guests. Today we brought on our special guest. I guess I gotta introduce.
Yeah.
One of my pretty good friends. Some might even consider lovers, but it's debatable.
Yeah, very debatable.
Yeah, we have Anthony, otherwise known as Dumplin on Twitch and Twitter. Or is it X? It's X.com now.
Oh, it's X.
Yeah. We insert applause right there. We'll put that in the yeah.
We're
You
not
gotta work on
sponsored,
your
by the way.
introductions, by the way.
I wing it from the beginning.
He
But anyways,
introduced Lamb introduced the two of us before we actually started recording. I don't know. I felt like it went on for like a minute and a half of you
I
introducing
feel
him.
like you're exaggerating because
Waiting,
it was
and I was just like
maybe
waiting for my chance to
at
jump
the
in and go.
longest, It
"Good to
was
meet
like
you."
15 seconds.
Oh, well, it felt like a year and a half. I
Well,
feel older.
anyways, rude.
I
Anthony, it's nice to meet you.
hello, hi, how are you?
Glad to have you on. It's good. This is
Thanks
very
so much.
exciting.
It's good to be on. I feel like because I listen to you guys probably like, or I listen to every podcast around like 4 times a week, and
Wait,
I don't
One
I don't-
podcast 4 times or
It's-
4 different
it's- hey,
podcasts?
I have problems. I'm gonna let you know now.
Oh, you've heard some pretty horrible stuff then. Pretty
Yeah,
horrible.
not just
Uh,
once, but multiple
Oh,
times. Yeah.
I've been
yeah.
talked to about the last episode. You know,
What?
the
What
first
happened
10
in the
minutes.
last episode?
What did you?
Oh,
what did you
wait.
talk about?
Is
What
that
did
the
you
one
talk
that we
about?
talked about Hitler?
We? You mean when you were glazing Hitler?
Someone was
he's-
impressed.
Yeah, it's fine. It's okay. It's one of my favorites, but they're all my favorites.
Look, I as someone with no skill in artistically drawing things,
Mhm.
I think anybody that has any artistic skill with their hand is just unbelievable. I can't understand how they do it.
So you think I'm unbelievable?
Well, I didn't say you. I've seen your drawings. I was talking more about
Wow.
Dumplin over here.
First of all, that's
Oh,
disrespectful.
I don't draw with my hands though. That'd be
What do you
great.
draw with? What do you mean?
It's all digital. It's fine.
That's
This is-
hand. You're still using your hand, unless you got your
Yeah.
foot up there on your digital pad or something.
Hey, look,
I have my
sometimes it'd be
foot up
like
here.
that.
Can't believe
As
this.
okay, I can say for a fact that I do own a digital art pad and a regular pen and paper one. I just can't draw. I've tried.
That's because you suck.
Well, I have. You know what they say? Everybody can learn how to draw, and I choose to believe that because I can't face life if I can't believe that in my heart of hearts.
You know, I think sometimes they should not have past No Child Left Behind. But anyways,
Oh no.
Look, I failed art. Okay, this isn't about me. Anthony, how did you
Hi.
get started in art? You would you say? Okay, well, I should back this up a little bit. Would you say that you are a digital artist? Is that like your?
I feel that's a that's a tough one. I feel like I just jumble a lot of things together. I feel like I do collages of anything of digital stuff. That makes me feel yeah,
Okay.
that's a good one.
Collages. What sort of like a mashup kind of thing?
Yeah, it doesn't feel like I'm ever creating out of my dome. It just feels like I'm mixing up, like you're putting a bunch of stuff in a blender, and it's like that's a smoothie, but like, I'm not growing strawberries and stuff.
Oh, I know
that
a lot
you
of
know
people.
of.
Oh yeah, I know a lot of people do like tracing and stuff. Is that within like a similar vein of not really full creation, but sort of original adaptation?
I think it's like a lot of assets. I think that's the best part is because I come from a very more technical side of things with like business cards and like flyers, and then I had a architecture background. So none of those are very much like creation wise. It's more like, is this font fine? Is this color matching across all monitors? So
like, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
no, it's fine. It's okay.
Oh. So would you say instead of like you have a knack for putting things together as opposed to like creating off the top of your head?
I have the vision. I get how things look good.
Okay,
You get like
okay.
color theory and stuff, and you're all over. Yeah.
Yeah.
Understood.
I don't know. That's pretty cool. Have you done a lot of architecture work? I haven't seen any of your architecture.
Not a lot of people have
Drawings.
either. It's okay. There are like mostly like school projects. I did a architecture school or like high school had like a program, so I did architecture for like 4 years.
Hmm.
But it's like a lot of drafting. That's what I was gonna go to school for, and then I was like, you know what? No, and I did maintenance instead. So
Well, that's fair.
There's sometimes they say not to do what you love to do for your job and keep it as a hobby. That way you still enjoy it.
Yeah, I 100%, like 100% agree with that. There's like countless hours of me like frustrated over like colors. Like I think I can do the chamois thing I did for you guys.
Show me the Shamrock.
Ah,
Yeah.
the Shamrock.
That was like 6 hours of like me looking at different arms.
Oh
And
my
it
gosh.
was-
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was really bad.
Oh no.
Does it usually take that long? I have no concept of time for how long that sort of stuff takes.
I think realistically, like, I again, I only have like a technical side of it. So like me, you're like, I like the scene from American Psycho, where it's like, oh, look at Paul Allen's card.
Oh yeah, were they like comparing business cards at the table?
Yeah, I think like
Mm.
realistically, like going through different colors of white and different font sizes, I think it takes like 4 hours to get something like really good. It's like, oh, it stands out, but kind of looks similar.
Boy, you would hate my process.
Oh, well,
I
is
haven't
that
strayed
why-
away from like default graphic in
Oh,
any editing
no.
software ever. I like don't experiment at all. I go, if you want to read it, this is legible, and we're off.
Yeah.
Is that why when you were you had a stream where you were making like what's it called, the overlay for your Twitch streams, and somebody had made a comment that it looked similar to something else, and then you said, well, I gotta trash this whole thing now.
Yeah, I'm very as any artist, I'm very crucial. Anything that I put out where it's, I don't know, like I have to fully scrap it and just completely do everything over again and just go. I think the creative process for me is very much like, I'm going to make 3 short versions of this, and then when the first 2 inevitably fail, I'm going to do the last one. But they're
I
like
see.
buffers to get like some good work out.
Yeah, it's like draft 1, 2, and 3. And then in that
Yeah,
third
yeah.
one, you're like, all right, this is the best.
Understood. That makes sense.
It's a rough idea to have as an artist.
Yeah, it is. It's like I already have when I open up a document, it already preloads 2 draft or 2. It loads up 3 documents, 2 are blank, and then it's not good.
It like knows your process. That's, yeah, that's pretty good.
Well,
Oh,
yeah,
boy.
I mean, I don't know. I've been setting up like that. Like I have a little like keyboard, like wireless number pad. I has all my shortcuts on it, and a lot of them are just like delete or like full delete.
Oh
Select all and
no.
delete.
Hmm. You know, that's it. Why hasn't okay? You know how when you type stuff out, you have autocorrect. We've had autocorrect for like 20 years.
Mhm.
Why isn't there like an autocorrect function for editing or artist work, drawing? You know, anything like that. Creation of music. Surely they could
Mhm.
autocorrect certain things. Is that just
I
what
think-
AI is going to become?
I mean, yeah. There's already parts of aspects for like I think music for sure. It has like quantize and like GarageBand and stuff like that, where it's like it auto corrects your, so everything's in time, which is really
Yeah.
cool. I think for graphic design, it's mostly like everything snaps together.
Wow.
I-
Yeah, I guess I do see those like guidelines. It's like, oh, you're trying to match it up with this. You can match it up over here too.
Oh yeah, but it's a pain though. It's a pain because it only does it after the program's like finished when you finalize. So when things don't stand correct together, you just end up most of the time like destroying the whole thing.
What do you mean, like
It'd be
after the render, you hit render and then it goes, oh, we're actually going to move this over here slightly?
Well, if I'm off like let's say I'm doing a grid. Let's think of a grid like a D&D battle map.
Okay,
If one of
sure.
those lines isn't touching the outside border, and I were to take a paint bucket to fill it in, it would just fill up the whole thing because I didn't touch the lines together.
Oh,
And it's
I,
and so
okay.
it's so minute
Interesting.
I wouldn't notice until after I'm like, cool, we're gonna do colors now, and then it's all gone and destroyed.
Oh, I see.
That's a really
That sounds
finicky.
fun.
Yeah, that's what program do you use? Are you like a Photoshop main?
No, I have Illustrator.
Illustrator.
pretty
Okay,
much-
okay.
Yeah, it's it's very much more like a graphic, like business side of thing. Again, it's more our technical than it is like a lot less paintbrushes and effects. It's just like kind of like straight grids, straight text, nothing cool, nothing fun.
I see.
Mhm.
Yeah, honestly, I was gonna say, oh yeah, that's at least in line with Adobe, like their workflow. But I guess both of those are Adobe. I never realized there were two really different things.
Oh yeah, you're. Oh wow, that's right.
They're both in the Creative Cloud.
I remember when I was in the Creative Cloud.
You were never in the
This
Creative
is-
Cloud.
That's
The only
so-
thing that you used was what was that Sony's god awful editing program that we used for like 6 years
For what?
for editing videos. No.
Videos?
I don't know. It's Sony's thing. I think it was Sony's editing program.
Sony
Just not
Vegas? That's what you use.
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah. That was not anymore. No, I'm a Premiere
Oh.
guy now.
Oh, wow.
That's also in the space, isn't it?
Yep.
Or no?
Yep.
Yeah, that's all cool.
That and about 8 other video editing programs that I need to learn within that cloud,
Mhm.
and just really don't want to have to learn After Effects. What I know of it, it works just fine. I don't want to learn more.
No, you should learn all of it. Have
Yeah.
fun.
yeah, go for it.
that's
Create your own film.
it's
From
not
start
like
to finish.
yeah, it's not like a skill that takes, I've only been editing in Premiere for 15 years and I'm not mastered it yet.
Well,
So I'm
that's
sure
not
I can
enough.
master the other ones pretty well.
Yeah. I don't think you tried hard enough.
I'll be there by the time I'm dead. I'll be dead by the time I've learned all of the Premiere programs.
Well, considering you only have, 8 months left?
Something like that.
Oh, no.
I mean, it even makes it worse because I want to learn how to animate. Like, not.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'd love to learn how to animate hand drawn, but again, like I said, I don't have an artistic skill drawing with hands. So, I think the best way I can do it is to do 3D modeling and then go into animation from there. Because at least I have a
That's
background in 3D modeling from high school.
Oh, that's
Mhm.
cool. That's I started doing like 3D printing. That's very much like kind of like that same. I'm gonna do a 2-dimensional to 3-dimensional objects. It's always tough, and I applaud anybody that can do that.
Yeah. Well, I've always wanted a 3D printer, but they're, I think, too expensive for me to operate, and I wouldn't use them responsibly.
Oh, I only buy stuff on discount. Never full price anything. You just my Facebook Marketplace is disgusting.
Yeah.
Facebook Marketplace is great, apparently.
It's a
I've never
magical
used it
space.
still.
Yeah. You know, they
It's-
always
it's-
say that you got to go to the like the thrift store if you want to find the hot clothing.
Yeah.
Facebook Marketplace is like a thrift store, but for everything.
I need one of you guys to teach me how to use Facebook Marketplace. Actually, maybe not, because I need to save my money.
I don't think the problem was you knowing how to use it. I think it was you interacting with a random stranger to purchase something that they had.
I
and
don't like the way you're talking.
not
right
being
now.
worried about getting mugged or robbed.
No, it's you gotta live on the edge.
Statistically speaking.
You gotta meet someone in a Home Depot parking lot at like 8 o'clock in the morning.
Isn't
And
that
he's
what
like, yeah,
happened
it's gonna be fine.
recently?
Don't worry about it.
What? Wait, did you get off of Facebook Marketplace that you had to meet someone in a parking lot for?
It's several things, but I think the most recent one is I was getting rid of one of my cameras, and I was like, "Cool, I'm gonna meet this person." And luckily, I had all my friends in the car with me, so I guess
I'm also
for
one of
them,
those friends.
yeah, it was great. It was a great morning trip. But I think for them, like seeing a gang of people in a car and then
Just
one person
roll
steps
up?
out.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, yeah.
Get roll up squad deep.
Like,
But it's good.
wait
They
in the
also
car,
had, they
rack
also had
the gun,
somebody
and
in
put it
their
in your
car too.
waistband.
Listen, we prepared for it.
Yeah, I
we
guess
prepared to
so.
have an all-out gang war if we needed to.
Why are parking lots always so sketchy? There's nothing good has ever happened in a parking lot.
I mean, some fun things
I don't
happen.
know.
Like there's car shows. Car shows are cool.
True. There are car shows.
Okay,
That's,
that's
the
tailgating.
only thing. That's the only thing I think of that takes place in a parking lot.
Tailgates.
Tailgates. Yeah, there you go.
They take busy
Um,
parking lot. I guess I've never really been to
some
like a
of 'em.
full on.
The only tailgate I've been to is for what was back in college, and half of it was in the parking lot. So
Where was
does
the
that
other
count?
half? What do you mean? What?
It was on like on the grass.
Oh, where it's sort of like a big picnic style kind of.
Kind of, yeah.
I see.
I guess like some fairs happen in parking lots.
You know, that's true. There's a fair that comes around here once a month, and they take up a whole parking lot near the convention center.
I thought it was supposed to be not sketchy. Fairs are super sketchy.
You know, I couldn't tell you if that one is sketchy or not because I have not yet been. I think it's been there since before I was born. Like they just make the rounds throughout Texas.
Listen, I've been sketchy of fairs ever since I watched Us by Jordan Peele.
So
'cause of
pretty
that-
recently, then, within the past like 5 years, you got sketched out by it.
Kind of, yeah. I've only been to one fair in my life, and I was a wee lad. I think I was like 4 or 5.
Is it book fair? It's classic book fair. That's a good one.
Oh, I forgot about this classic book fair. Okay, that does count. But I mean, like the fair with like the rides and the funnel cakes and stuff like
There's a big
that.
difference between a book fair and like a regular fair.
Hey, look, I think I don't know the difference between a fair and a carnival. I think I might be thinking of a carnival. That's, like, super
close.
sketchy.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think you
obviously
could
they're
really
different.
get traumatized getting lost in, books. just piles and piles of
Hey,
books. You
a lot of
can
bookworms I know would
walking
disagree
into
with
one of
you.
those, big terrifying get lost mazes. I thought everybody had that experience.
Have you clearly have not read enough to not be traumatized by getting lost in book by reading books. Books can traumatize you.
Not the books that I've been reading. I've never been traumatized by a book. I have been traumatized by that mirror maze I got lost in when I was about 6.
You know who got traumatized by a mirror maze?
Me?
The main character as a child when she was a kid. Wait, I said that already. In the beginning of Us.
That's wow, man! They ripped off my childhood,
spoiler.
dude.
Yeah. Oh, spoiler alert! It's too late. The movie's been out for like 6 years.
Well, I don't think the spoiler in that situation would be her getting lost. I think it would be the fact that she was switched with another person.
You literally ruined
How do I
the
leave the call?
entire
Let me get out of here.
fucking movie. Are you serious?
Hey,
Look,
spoiler alert was mentioned. Okay, if they wanted
This is
to
the fir-
avoid it.
Look, I wanted to watch the James Bond movies, and I can't do that either now, so it's fine.
Hey,
Good job,
there's still 20 more that I have not talked about.
Fair enough.
Notice how any movie I talk about, I never spoil. I don't know
That's
if
because
that's
you
true,
don't
actually.
you don't offer any commentary on them. All you do is say, "I liked it. I didn't
Well,
like
that's
it."
because you watch movies from your point of view. My point of view is storytelling. If it has good storytelling, I enjoy the movie.
Well, that is certainly fair. As someone who's now seen the first 6 Fast and the Furious movies,
Mm-hmm.
I can say I actually enjoy that franchise. I've kind of dunked on them in the past. I had a great
see.
time watching those movies.
This is like
Honestly-
the 4th time I've heard someone say, "Oh yeah, when I get to the 5th movie, it's really good." There's I think 10 movies, and if a franchise needs me to watch, spend 8 hours watching them before I start to like it, I don't think I can trust that.
Listen. It's good before the 5th movie, but the 5th movie really, it's just different. It's a different experience.
Well,
Which
the
one's the
way that
space one?
the space one? I don't know. I haven't gotten there yet.
No. You think it's Fast 5 is the 5th one. That's the one where The Rock starts showing up in the movies.
Yes. So okay. So what I've seen so far is that there are a couple of different people have different viewpoints on them. Some are like the first 3 are good. The rest of them are slop.
Yeah.
Or it's I think I've discussed this with like the Harry Potter franchise, where the first 2 movies are totally a different vibe than the remainder. Fast movies are the same way. Like the first 2, well, like the first 3, I would say, are really kind of weird action movies that are not quite like that the family dynamic is sort of core in the first movie and then goes away. Then it returns in like the 4th movie, and that's the rest of the franchise. Is this core group of Vin Diesel, Paul Walker until his unfortunate exit, The Rock. Let's see who else. Jason Momoa, I think, is getting involved in the later ones.
Yeah, I think it's in
like
the last
ones,
one.
Yeah, they're just becoming like a star-studded franchise of people jumping cars off of things and doing absolutely ludicrous tricks.
Oh, Ludacris is in there too.
He is.
Yes, he is.
Oh.
And I tell you what, every movie so far has had a scene. Well, obviously, it's a movie about cars, first and foremost, and the cars are always really awesome. But what I've discovered is that, well, I'm guessing this happens at all car meets because I've never actually been to a real life car meet before, and now I really want to go because 99% of the people that are there are just the skimpiest, hottest women you have ever seen in your life.
We're going to different car meets, bud.
What kind of car meets? I have not seen a car meet in real life. All of my experience is based on now the Fast and the Furious franchise. It's like every time,
vicariously through them.
every time the main characters walk in and they just survey the crowd, there's a real nice shot, just ass to ass to ass, all the way across the room, and then it's back to the main guys, and they're like, "All right, this is why we live." And then they go forward and they do their racing stuff. It's like this is I don't understand.
I've been to several. My dad's was a mechanic for a hot minute. He's like to do like drag cars.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And so we would go. It's just a bunch of old guys talking and like they sit in lawn chairs next to the cars.
Oh,
And that's
no.
all they do.
They're not
It's
like
terrible.
sports car enthusiasts. They're like classic sports car enthusiasts.
I don't know. I think it's like a different. I guess they're not showy. They're fat. I guess they're fat. I guess a show car versus a fast car are two different things. I guess because like the interior is not the same.
Maybe
it's like
we
a
need to go
bucket
to like
seat.
Los Angeles or like those big party cities. Like I bet Austin. Have you been to any in Austin?
Like the store.
Party
Yeah,
City?
Not-
Yeah, I bet they have some pretty banger ones in Party City. I think the one near
I
we
want
went
your
out of
attitude.
business like 3 years ago. They're
No,
going the
we
way of
still
Radio
still-
Shack.
Radio Shack is an unfortunate loss that we had.
Yeah, actually, yeah. I didn't get to
Unfortunate?
enjoy it when I
don't-
was
I
into
think I've
that
only
stuff.
been there once in my
You,
life.
you know, the only unfortunate business I've ever known to go out of business was Blockbuster. That place was magical.
Blockbuster, R.I.P. in peace, for real.
I've been to one when I was growing up, and then we did to Hollywood Video was ours.
Actually, yeah, you're right. I was a Hollywood Video kid too.
What is a Hollywood Video like a Blockbuster, but just a different
Better.
company?
yeah,
Better.
it's-
How is it better?
the
'Cause
color
it
palette's
was.
black and red instead of blue and yellow.
Okay, yeah, that would be superior. Yeah, as a guy coming from color theory background, no, I believe you.
We
It
have
was
to believe
poppin',
it.
It was cool.
Ridiculous. Look,
See-
a lot of people have magical memories about that. I don't think a lot of people have magical memories about Radio Shack. We went
I
in
don't
there and
really-
it smelled vaguely like battery acid. Yeah, it's not exactly a fun time.
Someone sounds a little buttered about their experience. What
I haven't
happened?
been
Who
to
hurt
Radio
you?
Shack in like 20 years. When did Radio Shack go out of business? Look it up on your phone so we don't hear your keyboard going.
So you don't like the ASMR of me typing on my keyboard?
Went out of business.
Oh,
When?
but you can type on your keyboard.
Yes, I can.
What the hell?
When? Now I don't want to know why. I know why.
Let's see.
Did?
February 2015. I feel like that's not right.
Yes.
2015?
Radio Shack still exists today through awkward name. Unikomer Group,
Oh
which
dear.
purchased the company and plans to relaunch its website in 2023. Well, I don't believe you. When?
Yeah, when's the date on that ad or that article?
Oh, good question.
Oh, I guess they did go out of business in.
Well, I don't know if we can trust cheddarflow.com.
2015.
Oh no.
Probably
Who the
not.
heck are these guys?
Oh, did you know that Radio Shack was a Fort Worth business?
Well, that is a little bit more of a shame. Texas company, hurts to go under.
So maybe the time it closed here was different than everywhere else.
In the modern era, they may have actually done better because I don't know if you guys have heard about this, but IKEA has started a Roblox online job
yes.
Yeah.
emporium
Oh my god.
that
Yeah.
they're getting to employ children now. It's amazing.
Which I'm pretty sure that's against child labor laws, but
well,
It's all
they're
virtual. It's fine.
pretty much just. I mean, they do that. They could do that normally.
well,
They're just also
playing
getting paid.
games, so technically it's not the same.
Yep.
I think it's 1650 somewhere around there.
It's a
That's what they're getting paid
solid
an hour.
chunk of 1650. It sounds right.
Let me
It's-
go.
it's-
I'll be
I-
back. I gotta go download Roblox real quick.
I'm not entirely sure what it does. I'm guessing it's just like a sort of storefront where you can see the stuff in virtual reality and then you can choose to buy it and it somehow interfaces with their regular website and then ships it to you. Because
Mhm.
isn't IKEA the sort of main thing that IKEA does is just make furniture you build yourself?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so then, they're just kind of shipping, but you're just seeing it. I don't understand what the real appeal is there.
Yeah, because standing next to my Roblox character, I can tell if it's going to fit in my living room.
You have a one-to-one recreation of your living room in the Roblox world?
Why wouldn't you?
I don't know. I've never actually played
You make
Roblox.
it seem like that he's the weird one here.
Well,
You know, Roblox is an international phenomenon.
Yes,
It's
I'm
taken
well
the world by
aware.
storm.
I'm well aware that children have a great time in that game.
Not just children, a lot of adults, honestly.
Well, the
A
game
lot of
does.
soon to be adults.
Yes,
1650.
yes, a lot of
soon-to-be
soon-to-be
adults,
adults, also known as children.
Well, like, it's kind of like it's also it's in the same realm as how Minecraft used to be. Like, oh, it's just a kids game, and then it took the world by storm, and then everybody plays Minecraft. But they've had like 3 different waves of everybody's playing Minecraft. It's weird.
3 different waves? What do you mean?
I don't know. Like when Minecraft started out, it was like, oh, this is such a cool game. It's a survival craft game. Everything's blocky, but again, it's just for kids or whatever. And it was just a kids game. Then all of a sudden, how many Minecraft YouTubers do we have, or did we have, come out of the woodworks out of nowhere because Minecraft got big again?
Oh yeah. Well, they kind of made a nice little sandbox to, storytell within. You
Yeah.
just had to do a ton of legwork to actually get in there.
Yeah, a lot of people did, honestly.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of those people ended up turning out to be bad people, though. So I don't know how good that was.
Well, that's because the primary audience for Minecraft was children. Surprisingly, yeah.
That's fair. Children and never mind.
Huh?
Oh no.
Nothing. I think Anthony knows what I was gonna say.
It's,
So
anyways, that's why I refuse to play Minecraft. I don't want to be roped in with anything.
Yeah. Well, it's like a slippery slope. You start playing Minecraft, and then suddenly you find yourself attracted to miners. That's just like a pipeline.
Oh my god. I thought Jared Fogle wasn't going to be in this episode.
Jared
Oh,
Fogle,
no.
He never played Minecraft.
We don't know that.
Well, you're right. He could have. I didn't read all the transcripts.
We also did not. No.
2015, by the way, was when they went out of business. I did not realize it was that short ago.
Or Subway.
No, Subway still exists. I've eaten at Subway in the last year, so yeah, that's definitely still exists. More expensive than it used to be, but shrinkflation. That's just how it
I
works.
feel like it's more expensive. We don't actually get a foot long when we pay for a foot long anymore.
Yeah, it's like 11 inches, isn't it?
I think so. The shrinkflation is crazy.
Yeah, it's a classic guy problem. Always giving that 1 extra inch just to, try and prove.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be
Take your
silent
time.
at this moment. Don't be silent.
No,
You got to jump
take
in
your
on
time.
this.
You got this. I like your wisdom. It's like that one scene from Ben 10 when Kevin Eleven's like, you got to treat a woman like you treat a car. And Gwen is like, go on. He goes,
No.
no.
I feel I've made a mistake.
That's the vibes that you just gave off. You're Kevin 11.
I don't know who the heck Kevin 11 is, but I don't like that his name rhymes like that.
I mean, Ben 10.
Yeah, that's at least the name of the show. Well,
I mean,
who was
his
number
name
12?
is Ben Tennyson.
12?
I don't like your attitude. You're really sassy today. Is it because we have a guest?
You told me to be assertive right before we started.
I did no such thing. I would never tell you to do that. You're a beta.
I gotta push the what do you call it? The
communist agenda.
The barrier. Yes. I gotta tread the edge of disrespectful.
You asked me, can I disrespect him? And I never gave you an answer.
This is why I had to sign the waiver first.
We're quite silent after that, yes.
I think you know why I was silent. Listen, it's been made known that you are trying to get canceled, so do what you gotta do. But when I go rogue, just know that's your own fault.
Right.
Actually, Anthony came up with a good name for when I go rogue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
we've been trying to think about this. Yeah,
lamb a la carte, which makes sense.
That is good. That is good.
Yeah, right.
Damn.
I was like, "Damn, you're a genius."
It's very funny because a lot of times, I listen to them 4 times, and on the first, hey, don't laugh.
How do you? Okay, I'm sorry.
It's fine.
I'm getting annoyed by my own voice after that amount of time. On one time,
I get annoyed by your own voice all the time.
Yeah. I probably what do you guys have? 27 episodes?
I think so. 27, 28.
Somewhere around there.
So hour and a half, hour and 15, maybe hour 10. So I've probably listened to you guys like 130 hours worth of audio.
God damn.
That's impressive. I don't know if I'm supposed to clap to that. Yeah.
Oh no, it's bad. I think like a Ford podcast on rotation, and because I work maintenance, I just have a lot of downtime. Or I put an earbud in, and I just listen to you guys all the time. That's what happens.
Enough.
I'm surprised you're not tired of me by now.
Yeah, we need to increase our content generation. That way, you have more stuff to listen to.
Well, that'd be more hours. Like a mini podcast in the middle.
I
of
need the Patreon exclusive behind the scenes afterwards after every episode.
Oh, you'd be disappointed.
We could just keep recording as we do the setup for Twitter and stuff afterwards.
No, what we'll do is we will end the recording and then we'll start a new one for the Twitter. Or for what we do afterward.
Yeah, that just goes directly onto the Patreon.
Yeah,
this is good business ideas. I hope someone's writing this down. As someone who does not have my Google document looking at me right here on my second monitor, I could write things down theoretically.
Wow, he just wanted to flex that he has 2 monitors.
Oh, I don't own it. I stole it from my brother.
Oh, you're a thief. He's not
stole it from work.
It doesn't matter.
Technically, he left it behind.
I'm friends with a bunch of crooks.
I'm borrowing it, and I have done so for 2 years with no intention of returning it until he asks for it back.
Dear God.
The company I work for didn't ask for all their equipment back, so I feel like that's on them.
There you go. Yep. If they didn't have a ledger that had everything that they had, yep, that's on them.
That's fair. That's fair.
Sloppy bookkeeping.
But speaking of writing this down, Anthony here, our homeboy, the bestie. I don't know. I'm tired. Anthony has gained a little nickname with me and John, known as the Collector, or is it the Data Collector?
It's the data collector.
The Data Collector, because as you have heard previously, he will listen to our podcast multiple times because he's crazy.
Now you make me feel bad.
No, it's a joke.
I've been genuinely dreading because you told me about this. Oh man,
Several
like at the
episodes ago.
beginning of season 3.
Yeah.
And I was told that data was being collected on us and put into like a spreadsheet. And since that day, I have been dreading what it reveals in the end.
Okay, you ready? I have. All right. You want to guess how many spreadsheets I have?
You have multiple spreadsheets?
Have you told me how many you have? I'm gonna guess at least 3.
How are they split up? Are you? Oh well, okay. So if there are multiple, how are they actually split up? Like in terms of genre?
By topic. Yeah, genre. What information is being held in them?
I see.
Oh boy!
Is it like
that could be a lot
episode you make them, or is it like you add them onto the same spreadsheet after listening to an episode?
I say spreadsheet. I think it's a note in my phone that's like 4 or 5 pages long. I think that's fine.
Oh boy! I mean, that could be any number. You guess 3. Well, I'm gonna price this right. You 4.
Oh, you dick!
It's 4. That's
Oh,
good. You go to the next one.
I
You're
win
gonna
the
spin the wheel.
prize. I'm
Kiss
going over
my
the washing
ass.
machine.
So, what do you want? Anyways, well, I guess because I thrive off of John's dismay, let's get into it.
Oh boy!
I have a 2. I have a short one, which is more creative than anything, and the other one is just like I'm auditing the podcast.
Oh boy!
You pick
Oh
one.
no!
One's significantly longer than the other one.
We should do the short one. Maybe it'll raise our spirits some.
Yeah, I'd be fine.
Okay, yeah, let's do the first one, the short one.
Just say a short prayer.
Dear Heavenly Father. Wait, no. I'm
So are
sorry.
they
Dear
split
Flying
up, like,
Spaghetti Monster.
Is it you're taking notes on when we talk about individual topics or
I feel
like,
like it's
so-
different for each spreadsheet.
I think it's different. So there's a generalization of one. I think you talk about. I told Lamb about one specific was a sponsor you guys couldn't get or no longer
Yeah.
get.
okay, yeah, that is a recurring bit, that's for sure.
Yeah, that is 2 pages long.
God.
Oh no! Wait, you didn't like document all of the sponsor that we tried to get and then subsequently burned like 2 minutes after
I'd
we
like
asked?
to point out that you said we, but that is all you, sir.
Cheddarflow.com is now added to the list.
No, no, damn it! I really wanted them to.
God damn it.
They had a pricing model and everything. They had money behind them.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just you guys do it a lot. There's a couple of trends for that one. You guys mentioned like Axe body spray, I think like 6 times throughout from the inception of the podcast to now.
I can guarantee you nothing we said about Axe Body Spray was good.
Why do we? I don't even use Axe body spray. Why are we talking about Axe body
I don't
spray? so
know.
much?
I'll take a couple of snippets from them. It's a 2-page document. Axe body sprays. It was just not good. It's not good at all.
These are direct quotes that you're taking.
No, I just put them when they mentioned. If it's a really good quote, I'll write it in.
Oh, boy.
I think you called Dawn soap. You said they were warmongering.
Who said that? Was that John or me?
Yeah, when they were taking commercials about ducks covered in oil, you're like, yeah, Dawn soap dips those ducks in oil. They're in cahoots with PB oil, so you can't get PB oil anymore.
That was absolutely you.
Oh my god, that's not good. That's not good at all.
Oh god.
I think season episode 5 of the season. I think you guys got aware of trying to get sponsorships. So after that, they just start getting super large.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. You called Nike. It was when you guys were talking about shoes.
Oh god,
Fucking John.
Nike has
Nike is a
sweatshops.
well we keep dipping back into unintentionally.
Skechers says John says he likes Skechers, but he followed it by I'll probably get canceled for that in a few years.
No.
In the same episode, John goes, "The Rock's a really cool, neat guy," but then he said he said he looks good. It's because he's using steroids.
Oh yeah,
Oh
this,
my
this, yeah, the
God.
steroid accusations. Yeah, that'll get me.
I
I'm
think
gonna get
a
rock
little
bottomed
more.
off of my house.
You guys keep talking about big light bulb.
Yeah, that's still a
Yeah.
conspiracy. The Phoebus
a whole
cartel, they're
thing.
still out there, man.
Mhm.
And then the last one is you guys will. John's very much into it. You go into like a good 2-minute ad for a company.
Oh no.
I think Bose is a good one. You talked about your headphones.
Oh yes. Wait, so this is one that we can actually potentially still get a good.
Yeah, you did a whole. I think if you take that snippet, it's
You do a
what
whole
is
ad
it?
for them.
Episode
Ah,
season 3, episode 13. You could take a whole ass ad out of that.
Oh, you've even got like the timestamps and everything. That's amazing.
No, I just have the episode name.
Oh well,
If
that's
I
just
did,
as good.
I'm a data collector, not a psychopath.
Yeah, no. I mean,
Absolutely not.
just the episode itself is. Oh, that's good.
And then definitely not Subway from last episode.
Or
Or,
the
yeah,
the episode 13.
Oh, you're talking about what's it called? Oh my God, Randy Orton versus Jared Fogle.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Firmly in the RKO territory there. Yep.
Maybe we can get Randy Orton on the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I think he'd do it. Yeah.
And it'd be great for you because of your love for WWE. I feel
Yes.
like WWE could be one that we could get sponsored by, except for maybe last episode.
Why?
Because if
When I
remember
said I didn't listen to
correctly,
it.
John goes, "There was nothing going on because I didn't listen to it." How about that?
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
Or I didn't watch it, or something like that. Yeah.
You know, I'm a fan, but I'm not willing to put in 5 hours a week into watching.
Sounds
it.
like a
John,
fake fan.
remember how we talked about trying to get sponsors? You're not doing a good job.
Well, I mean, okay, look, to their credit, they brought it down because they were doing 3 shows a week, which was like 9 hours. Technically, they're still doing 3 shows a week, but NXT is not a real show.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'll write that one down.
Fucking god damn it.
That's where like the real. Okay, look, there's two different segments. All right, SmackDown and Raw are their own thing. Then there's
Just got
NXT.
him started.
Right, NXT is like its own little world. They're like they're it's the experimental division. It's where they're developing new people, making the characters really awesome.
Mark this clip real quick.
They never transfer to the main roster well, so it's like a totally different. It's like a totally different show. It's barely WWE. They're really talented people over there, very talented, but it's a different. There's a reason that SmackDown and Raw are as successful as they are, and NXT is not.
Interesting.
I just feel like you are not a fake fan. Look, I get an hour I get an hour and 15 minutes of you guys, and I listen to it 4 times a week.
Yeah.
Oh yes, okay. So you listen to it about as much as I would be watching the WWE.
As you should.
But I'm
be watching.
also-
As you should be watching.
I've also watched the Mission Impossible franchise, 6 of the James Bond, 6 of 27 James Bond movies, 6 of the Fast and the Furious. There are 11 movies, or going to be 12 next 2026. I think is when the next is supposed to come out.
Mhm.
I have a lot of other things going on.
I just feel like if you were truly the fan that you say you were, that would take precedent over everything else.
If I was truly a fan, I would have continued my streak of watching up through the 80s because I started back in the Territories era thinking, hey, I'll just watch all wrestling content, at least of the main WWE, not of, side ones, unless it was a really important character that comes in later or
spin-offs for
something.
you? No
No,
filler.
well, I
arc?
had to limit it somehow because there were, every state had their own division going on. Not
I
all of
suppose
them were
that's fair.
recording it, but then when WWE came along and the McMahon family took over, then they conglomerated the whole thing and took over. Like, it's the same reason I don't watch AEW. I know and vaguely see news of AEW. Now we got me going off about wrestling again. This is not important content.
It's fine. It's great.
You can go
Well,
ahead and
neither
write,
of you watch
WWE
wrestling, so it
WWE
doesn't matter.
on
You
that
even
list,
asked
by the
me.
way.
Oh, yeah, that's a good question.
Especially
Anthony,
NXT.
do you watch WWE? Do you watch professional wrestling?
I've watched in the past. I was very much into the golden era.
Like
the showmanship was good.
Golden era? Like you're talking about which golden era? The 90s, the
like
80s?
The golden
Dusty
era. so-
Rhodes, Mankind,
Oh, the
that
old
kind of
stuff. Okay.
yeah. That's a lot more showmanship.
I see. So you're not a fan of like modern pro wrestling. You're more classic.
Yeah, it's. I mean, when I kind of like see, was it Logan Paul was on it recently?
Yes.
He's a world champion.
He's a U.S. champ, not world champ.
U.S. champ.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait. Not to cut you off. Okay, so Logan Paul, he's a U.S. champ. He does WWE wrestling now. Is
Yeah.
he the same Paul brother that's fighting Mike Tyson?
No.
No, he's
That's
fighting
the
his
other
brother
one?
now.
Mhm. Jake Paul is
Okay.
the other one.
Jake Paul's fighting. Okay, cool.
I think they actually. I think that's right. I think he's now fighting Jake Paul. Look, Mike Tyson pulled out.
Yeah, he had an old thing happen to him. He got old.
Oof.
He went from being in fighting shape to he's now old. Over the course of them getting ready for this fight, got an injury and can't compete.
Yeah, he's getting up there.
Yeah. It's a
Oh,
bit
Mike
it's a bit of a
Tyson.
shame because I 100% thought he was going to beat the hell out of Jake Paul.
I would have liked to see that.
I was willing to pay for it to watch it go down. There's only a couple of events. Like a lot of those I don't even know what you would call them. They're kind of like clickbait but for real life. I mean, he's done it multiple times. He's made almost a sort of boxing career out of it. This is the first one I've been like, yeah, I will pay to watch this happen. None of the other ones I've really been interested in. And I think this would have been a huge turning point in his career, but c'est la vie, right?
It looks like they actually rescheduled it. And so
Okay,
now it's
all
gonna,
right.
instead of it taking place in July, it's gonna take place in November instead.
Well, if he keeps delaying it, maybe Mike Tyson will die of old age.
True.
Next time I'll have enough time to train, and then I can fight
There
him.
you go.
So he just keeps delaying it.
Just have your,
Solid.
just have your anime training arc.
Start doing 100
times.
push-ups a day.
Yeah,
That-
run
that
100
killed me.
miles. Is that
That's
what
not
is- What is Saitama's?
I'm a big guy.
Oh. I'm also a big boy.
I'm not. Not anymore.
No, you're just an Ed boy.
A what?
An Ed boy?
What? From Ed, Ed, and
You ever
Eddie?
watch Ed and Ed? Yes. Correct.
I changed my large to strength. Now I'm just ripped. That's the word I would use.
Oh, I see.
The only thing ripped about me are my shirts.
No.
When you flex, right? Because you're too muscular and it just shreds them off of your.
Hell yeah,
no,
brother.
I wish.
He got
I
so
wish.
muscular from having to fight people off him so much because he's so irresistible.
It's all
Right?
those Facebook marketplaces in the parking lot.
Oh,
I gotta get ripped for those, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's how you
defend yourself.
intimidate them into getting a lower price on that. I don't even know what to find there.
On that
I-
A
I don't
used
know.
car engine that you're trying to purchase from them to
Yeah,
soup up your
you know
car.
that brings me up a really good point. Is I didn't think about it before, but you said it was weird. Is the amount of data collecting I do through my life, because I have a whole like screenshots of Facebook Marketplace stuff that I just think is wild, and it's like 100 pages or
That's what
100
it be
pictures of just
sometimes.
screenshots.
Like crazy listings that you're seeing.
yeah, some of them are wild.
You can probably find something.
I can send it through the Twitter, and I'll tweet it at you. The weird one I find.
Yeah,
the weirdest one.
absolutely.
All
Yeah.
right. I mean,
They're-
there's probably
they're
subreddits
wild.
for things like that too.
Yeah, they're great.
100%. Yeah.
Jumping down those rabbit holes are always fun.
There's always an element of humanity that just curveballs anything normal out the window.
Truth, my brother, my boy. I don't
All right.
know.
Smooth
I'll leave.
transition.
I'll
Yeah.
just leave.
Well, so I still have two things on my topics list here to talk about. One of them is something
Okay.
we actually talked about last week. Well, actually,
Okay.
it's one that we've I think talked about a couple of times, and it's about smelling good, right?
Yeah.
So there's kind of I have been on the hunt. So I used to use these things on the wall that I forget the name of them, but you plug them in and then they like release
Wall
a scent,
plugs?
right? That I'm sure that's one of the names for a company that does
like
that.
the oil smells. the
Yeah,
smelly plugins.
something like that. And I forget the exact name of them. If I could, I would burn them because I don't really like them that much. I mean, they smelled
I know.
fine, but they were like, yeah, you get like 250 days of scent if you turn it on low and then you just never smell it. It's like there's no
Mhm.
point
Yeah,
to
you
this.
just never use it.
Yeah.
It's great.
Absolutely, I agree. I also use wallflowers, or I did when I still had some. I've been out for like a month because I forget to get some. But like I didn't realize until because I use them. I think really when I started living over here, like a year and a half, 2 years ago. I think it's about 2 years now. Because I was like, well, I can't really use candles because burning candles gives me migraines for some reason. I don't know.
Candles does really.
Candles and incense. I think it's the smoke, honestly, or like the
Okay.
aromas, maybe. But so then I started using wallflowers. Well, I didn't know they had settings for how strong, like how powerful the smell would be, or like how
Right,
much
yeah.
it burns it. So like I would run through them real fast, and I'd be like, "Damn, this shit sucks." I have to keep going to buy more, and then I discovered the little button on it to make it go low, and so I did that, and you don't even smell it. It's like unless you're right on it, you can't smell anything.
Yeah, that was my problem with the ones that I had. I think they're now. I don't
There you
want
go.
to say the name of it because I did find them, but
Okay.
I'm
It's fine.
Well,
It's fine. The
This
list
is
doesn't really
not-
work
this
if you're
is what-
aware of it.
This is a safe space except for when it comes to me and you.
well. See, okay, so it's I'm lifting one thing up while destroying another because the ones that I had were Airwick, and they're
Mm.
fine.
Oh, yes.
They smelled fine. They were a little bit scenty, but they're also just like, they're not real scents. They're like fake stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know how you have those aerosols that when you spray in the room, you're like, well, now you're dying of cancer. Kind of the same concept, at least from
Oh.
what I've read about where it's like, yeah, you don't really want to be breathing this stuff that they have. I like that they
Mhm.
have on their thing. Smells amazingly natural. Yeah, it's not. It's really not. So I used all of those and I was like, well, I don't want to get more because I don't really want to be giving myself nose cancer in 30 years or however long it takes to get nose cancer. So I just
Mhm.
decided not to do that. I don't know if that's true, by the way. I'm just regurgitating what I've read online. But I decided not to do that. But if you don't have a scent in your room kind of just starts to smell like you. I guess that's the best way to describe the smell.
That's usually
Whatever
how
your
I imagine
natural
it.
scent is, and sometimes even when, like, as someone who has been trying to work out a whole lot more, clothes get sweaty. You got to
Yep.
put the clothes in the dirty clothes basket, and then if you don't wash them immediately, the room kind of starts to smell a little bit like sweat.
Yeah.
It's not a pleasant smell. So I've
Not
been
at
on the
all.
hunt for something that could work to cover up the scent of like sweaty clothing and just me in general. Like I don't think I have a terrible scent, but I'd rather smell something like
I beg to differ.
lavender and chamomile
Mm.
rather than, just normal person. And so I've
get
been experimenting with other things, and I've gone over to. Unfortunately, I think Bath and Body Works is going out of business, but I do like their candle section. I
Mhm.
often struggle to go into places that have really heavy scents, just because it messes with my nose, and gives me a headache very, very quickly. And there's a reason why I was sort of split. I don't know if you guys do any of these kind of things, but I was split between getting a candle and getting a diffuser, I think is what they're called. And
Yeah.
I've settled on the candle for now because I think a diffuser might kill me. They usually do.
Oh boy.
Eventually, everything's gonna kill you though.
You got a point. You got a big point.
I guess I should just start
Um,
making my own candles then, huh?
Yeah, you can start using I don't know what goes in a candle. I mean wax, but where do you get wax from?
Probably at like
Bees?
a craft store.
I don't know if
Just
that's
open up TikTok and you could find that out.
Yeah, I'm sure they have some good ones on TikTok.
Here, I'll look it up. Where to get
Oh, no.
candle.
Not the keys. Not the keys.
Yeah, the keys.
See, unfortunately, candle making was a whole job back in the medieval era. So
Yeah,
I don't
you
really
honestly-
necessarily want to start, an Etsy store to sell my candles
Why not?
Or a Facebook Market store.
or a Facebook
I get-
Marketplace. Yes, yeah.
No, you probably just get some off of fucking freaking Amazon though. I'm trying
There
to
was
watch
our
profanity.
swear word of the episode, everybody.
No, you've definitely swore multiple times already.
I did not.
You have.
I didn't drop
Within
an
the
F-bomb.
first 10 minutes.
What did I say? Huh? What
I
did
don't
I say?
remember, but you said
What
something.
did I
was
say?
like, oh, cool.
We're gonna go back and look. We'll go back. We'll
Okay.
see.
We will.
I'll go back and look.
Oh,
I was gonna be my.
Oh,
Does
you've
this
been
count as my
recording
first
too?
listening?
Wow.
Oh my
This is
I have
awkward.
I have two text documents open in front of me, so it's
Oh.
fine.
You're taking notes as we're going.
What else do you want me to do? I'm an avid listener.
Oh God.
Even while you're,
I feel very much like one of those scientists that goes out into like a remote island and asks, like, I can't really interact with the tribe that lives there. just to collect that off of it. But
John's
All
like,
right,
this
yeah,
is
well,
supposed to be top secret information.
Yeah. Like we recorded this without the intention of actually showing it to anybody. You're not supposed to be hearing this.
oh no,
we just won't release this episode.
Yeah,
It's
we
very
are
incriminating.
releasing, critical information online. At least we
Yeah.
haven't really, released
John's
anything.
credit card number is 6857.
oh no.
Not even close, baby.
Oh, that was the last four.
I keep that thing like close. It's on
I-
lockdown,
I would
son.
hope so. But it's Social Security, let me tell you, it's crazy.
You ain't never seen my social security number.
That's what you think.
Do you keep it in your wallet?
God, what? Why would you keep it in your wallet? Hell no.
Oh, again, this is part of that 4 people that I talked to about it. It's very much like, oh, I keep I keep my passport on me and my social security card, and so when they lose their wallet, they're like, yeah, I don't exist as a person anymore.
For real, yeah. At least if you lose your my driver's license is in my wallet. If I lose my wallet, I'm out pretty much all of my payment methods. But other than that, I can still get my ID back because I have my passport elsewhere. Who carries their passport with them? What are you going overseas?
Sometimes when you get Facebook Marketplace trades, you have to
Listen,
leave the country.
They
Sometimes
want to
it's
see your passport for that?
No.
Sometimes you're just feeling a little kooky crazy and you decide, you know what? I'm just going to start over my life right now and just fly out, buy a ticket, go out of country.
Would you just take all your stuff and throw it in one of those little like burn bin trash
See,
cans
that's why you
that
just
homeless
live
people
in your
use?
car.
Well, that would require you to have a car.
That's so disrespectful.
Is that a jab?
Wow. That wasn't
Hey,
a
that might
jab.
bring
That
up-
wasn't.
You
That
know,
was not a jab. That was an uppercut. Is what that was.
there has been a truck for sale near me for like 5 years. I drive past it like once a week, and every time I
Mhm.
see the price, it was still like the same. It was like $1,300 for this truck, and it was just sitting there for years. And I like last time I drove through there, I was like, man, I bet it doesn't really run, but if I could get a truck for that much, I'm sure Isaiah could use this truck for that cheap just to get around.
Honestly, yeah.
Unfortunately, it got sold like a month ago.
Oh no.
Damn it.
It was not a happy
Got my
ending to this.
hopes
Yeah, it was not a happy
up.
ending to this story. The takeaway was that I thought of you. See, that there you go. As
Yeah,
a
you
good
never do
friend,
that.
I looked at that
Good.
thing for a couple of years, and then one time I thought of you, and then it sold a week later. So
You know what's crazy? This is also the first time you're telling me about this.
yeah, this happened like a month. No, wait, what month
Yeah.
is it? 6?
We're in
Oh man, yeah, this probably happened like
Yeah.
3 months ago now.
Such a good friend.
Well, I think we just remember. I just remember to bring it up right now.
Oh, that's so. You're
I still look over
interesting.
whenever I drive past the person's house that was selling it, I look over it and I go, there used to be a truck there.
Could have been Isaiah's.
Could have been Isaiah's.
Like
so, anyways,
The grass is like sun bleached
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
nothing will grow there now.
It was a real. I missed that truck. I don't
You
know
should
if
have missed
I don't
me.
know what happened to it. To be honest, I'm assuming he sold it. He maybe scrapped it.
possibly. You hopefully
think I
made
did that
money
with
and
my
he
last
didn't get
truck.
robbed.
Well, it would have been sitting there. It didn't look like a pretty truck. I'll tell you that much.
Listen, people get desperate.
Yeah, yeah.
It'd be like that. I think I bought my last truck, my big old like SUV. I didn't actually buy it. How do I say this? A friend of a friend was like, "Here, I have this truck for sale," and I said, "Okay." And they're like, $500. Have this truck, and it's already been through two car wrecks. The frame damage is awful. It's all crooked.
Mm.
So I think I went to a payday loan, got a $500 loan, bought the truck, and then never paid the loan back, and then sold the truck for $200. So I think that's profit.
Is that girl math?
Well,
That's it's girl math for it to buy a used car.
you just have like an uncle. There's a loan shark looking for your kneecaps somewhere out there.
It's fine. Credit's not a real thing.
Credit was made up by America. It's a scheme.
Not,
Actually, yes.
well, I mean, I think supposedly from what I've been reading online, the stock market is going to crash on like June 12th or something. Because that's when
Ooh,
when the people that make money are meeting to talk about how they're making money,
Mm-hmm.
and they're going to do something, and the world is going to end, at least in terms of making money.
I see.
Yeah, so very excited. For those of us that have stocks, we're all going to die. It was a good run. It was a good run
Just
while
take
we
out
had
your
it.
stocks beforehand.
That's
Cash
what
out.
some people are doing. There's like really big hedge fund managers that are like, yes, we were all in on Microsoft. Now Microsoft we're not. We're all cash now. Like they're gonna scoop stuff up. You know how they do with like the housing market?
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna do that again. They're gonna buy up all the Coca-Cola stock.
Not the Coca-Cola.
Why did you say
Why,
it like
why did
that?
everybody get so quiet when I said that?
I was trying to analyze Coca-Cola. Is that what you said?
Yeah, the
Are
Coca-Cola.
you allowed to say it with a hard R like that?
I
Oh,
think
no.
as a Texan, born and raised, I'm pretty sure I could say it with a hard R.
Yeah, yep. Have you
Yeah,
seen those
sure.
people that put like peanuts in their soda?
Yeah, they're disgusting human
What?
beings.
I don't
Yeah.
understand the
Wait,
appeal
wait,
of it.
wait. Excuse me?
You haven't seen? All right, I gotta look up an image.
Wait, are you defending yourself? Or are you?
No, I
are you
legitimately have
ask-
never heard of this before, and I'm
Oh,
disgusted.
it's gross. Yeah, they take like salted peanuts and they throw them in their Coke and then they let it sit for a while, a little marinate in that, and then they drink it.
I don't know, man. This
Ew.
is a 5 out of 5 rated.
As a texture person, everything about that disgusts me.
Oh, hi, Brandy. Yeah, you look like someone who would eat peanuts in your Coke.
What is that? That
I'm gonna
looks
need a-
disgusting.
I'm gonna need a date for that article and if Brandy is still doing okay.
No.
2021 and no idea. Oh, I could read more about Brandy.
Yeah.
Recently deceased from too much peanuts. in
Oh
the Coke.
no. That's a
Sugar
Southern
and
thing?
salt over. Yeah, supposedly. She
South
came up with a
where?
cookbook.
That's what I need to do. Maybe that's the key to success. As I want to write a cookbook, start eating peanuts in
honestly, I
places it
think
shouldn't be.
that's one of those things that people are always like, yeah, you need to create passive income streams. A cookbook is one of the like most classic ways to do it.
I guess yeah, because it doesn't. None of the information expires. I
Yeah.
guess.
You could just sell an ebook online. Oh, I don't like it when they're floating. It looks more appealing when it's really jam packed. But when there's just loose peanuts floating in the, oh yeah, look at that.
I hate everything about this.
Here, I'll send.
It's like
I'll send the
a-
one that I wait. Which can I send this in this
Somebody
chat?
said that it just
It's
makes
like
the
we got-
peanuts slimy.
We got boba at home. That's what that is.
Ugh. Oh god.
They don't look like they sink, man. They look like they float.
No, they float.
That
Yeah.
is just unpleasant.
I just hate that because there's so many in there when it's jam packed. It doesn't. All you see is the peanuts, and on top of it is like a really light colored.
I think you drink like a quarter of it and then you load it up.
yeah. Well,
Ew.
I imagine it's a similar kind of to where you eat French fries with ice cream. You know, it's like a sweet and sour
Sweet
kind
and
of.
sour.
Sweet and sour? Sweet and savory.
That's
I
a
guess.
wild thing you
Sweet and
just
savory.
said.
No, you're right. You're my
Huh?
bad.
It's a wild thing you just said.
Peanut. No,
Fries and-
wait, I did say French fries with
And ice
like
cream.
soft serve ice cream, like from
That's
McDonald's.
something I have heard of.
That's two different temperatures. No, that's not how food works.
Well,
the
it's
hot, the
better-
cold, and the sweet
Yeah,
and
it's
salty.
better when the French fries are super like fresh and hot, and then you eat it with, cold ice cream.
That's like a dipping sauce with more work.
It
You're
is.
such a silly
Well, it is
guy.
a dipping sauce. You're using ice cream as the dipping sauce.
I don't like anything.
There's a
about
reason that
also
I've been
a person-
overweight for the vast majority of my life.
that. Oh no!
I get it. I'm gonna start eating fries and you say ice cream.
Yeah.
This is like regular
Yeah,
ice.
you
cream?
just get regular vanilla soft serve ice cream from Mickey D's, and you get some French fries with it. Don't even need a spoon. You use. It's like how some people use fries as a ketchup spoon.
Why
You're losing me.
was this?
You haven't
Lost
heard
me.
that?
Wait, can you
Fries are
can you
just
say that
a spoon for condiments or condiment spoons.
I'd be eating them out of the packet.
So
like
anyways,
a little.
So
Oh,
you just
never
rip
mind.
the top off of one of those little Chick-fil-A ketchup bottles and slurp it down like a drink.
I
I'm-
like the packets.
I'm disappointed.
You
You
have
like
more
the
control.
packets?
No, I don't like the packets. I like cut it up the top and then like. Never mind.
mean,
this just feels
that's-
very
that's-
revealing.
That's understandable. I,
I need-
swab
I-
it with like a what do you call it? A nug.
I'm confused.
I don't get up
Like,
in there, with tongue
Are
action.
we just talking? Can we rewind? What is happening here?
Have you ever violated a ketchup packet before, Isaiah?
No.
Nope. It's time to start.
'Cause I
Join the
open-
rest of
I
us.
rip it open and I squeeze out all the contents. Usually,
Right? Then what do you do?
I dip.
There are
That's
there are
essential.
people starving in various countries. I wouldn't say Africa in particular.
That's
the
not going to
classic
be.
one.
That has nothing to do with me. Me
Well-
not scooping and violating the inside of a ketchup packet is not going to help them.
But it'll help you feel better.
No, it won't. Also, I found another article for the peanuts and cold Coca-Cola.
Oh, are they
apparently,
are they fighting for it?
well, this was made last year, February last year. I didn't read it yet, but it's been dubbed as the working man snack.
Nope. No, I'm part of that group, and I don't believe in that. That sounds terrible.
Oh, well, I
That's
think
weird.
working man is. Wait, what kind of maintenance do you do?
Apartment.
I do
maintenance.
apartment maintenance.
Okay. So yeah,
Hey,
I would say you.
It's my job. Let me explain.
What,
Oh, yeah,
what-
no,
what-
yeah.
what kind of maintenance do you think? Let's talk about it.
Just jump right in there. Yeah.
I feel like it's just a good way to keep up protein while also trying to cool down. But I feel like the flavor and the texture is not good enough to do it.
Yeah, well, my favorite thing to do is crunch when I'm drinking my Coke.
It would
Oh,
really
I
slow
hate
down
that.
the drinking of the Coke. That's for sure.
Is it better? It's like
I
a
don't think it would
weight
slow it
loss
down.
thing?
I think it would halt it for some of us. Me, I'm some of us. I refuse.
It's two items in my inventory that can't be crafted together for sure.
But you're trying to force it.
Yeah, we're gonna need to choose to forget this crafting recipe.
Please, God.
Well, that's a good one to end it on there, huh?
Oh yeah, we've made
Yep.
time.
I guess we have hit our hour.
A
Ooh.
big thanks for joining for today, Anthony, and exposing us to the world.
Yeah, well, before we go, I have one last
Of course.
point. So I've compiled a list of 25 sayings, 24 sayings,
uh-oh.
and I put them on a bingo
Oh
sheet.
no.
Oh gosh.
Oh my God, are you bingoing us as we're going?
So I got bingo.
You got
we just
bingo?
doing-
No way.
Is this just
I
for
got it on my-
today?
Yeah, it's just for
No.
this podcast. I thought it'd be
Is it
fun.
just
No.
bingo or is it blackout bingo?
No, it's not blackout
Oh,
bingo. I got one
forget it.
straw of the line. I did use my free space, which the boys are funny.
Well, that's
Yeah,
okay.
we are.
that's-
Can you take a picture and send it to me?
Yes, I'll upload it to
was
Twitter. It's for sure.
It's a backhanded slap rather than a front-handed one. Okay, I understand.
I would like to know what the bingo or bingos were.
Oh, it's nervous laughter
Oh no.
for sure.
Okay.
John reviews a thing.
Yeah.
The boys are funny, and then clip this or anything referring to clips.
Let me just
And
write
then,
this. God damn it.
Yeah, there it goes. And then John talks
Yeah.
John-
instead of John talks to Lamb. John talks.
Yeah.
I didn't talk that much. We're gonna look
don't
at we're gonna
know.
look at the transcript afterwards.
Remember what happened when you started bringing up WWE?
Yeah.
You people got me talking about that. Okay, that counts. All right.
You talked for
I
think
like
the
10
rules are
minutes,
very loose.
John.
Well, it was. I think I set rules for myself. It was like 2 minutes uninterrupted.
God damn.
So that's not too bad.
Okay, at least I did cut myself off before we went too deep.
It's fine. You guys are gonna see the sheet, and it's gonna be great.
God.
You'll recognize a lot of stuff on this one.
God damn it.
Well, thanks for
Wait,
having me.
yeah,
It was so much
thank
fun.
you.
Wait,
man.
is that what
Why?
you were doing today? When you're like, don't look at this, don't look at this.
Oh yeah, this is another part. Oh, I had half of it already finished because this is my bit I wanted to do for a hot
Oh,
minute.
I see.
But yeah, I had half of it, and so I filled in some other ones. But I thought I was gonna fill out more. I didn't. So I wouldn't say kudos on you because some of these are iconic lines.
I
But-
can't
What are the rest of them?
Oh my God.
I guess we'll have to check out the Twitter. And so you, fellow listener, to find out what else is on the bingo sheet.
Yeah. What are the what do you call them? What are our hashes? Our tags?
Lamb a la John on Facebook, on Twitter,
On
and
X.
Instagram.
Yep.
On X, sorry. Twitter doesn't exist anymore, unfortunately. But follow us on Twitter at Lamb a la John, as well as follow our friend Anthony at 0_Dumplin, no G, _0. We could probably put his social media in.
Oh,
the
we'll link him.
episode
We'll link him
today.
for sure.
Yeah.
I'll be on there. I'll put it under when I tweet you guys this bingo sheet because I'm so excited. Do I get a prize from you guys or do I supply my own surprise?
Well, I mean, you
Surprise.
did one bingo.
Oh my
What's
God.
what kind of prizes are we? How many tickets do you have?
Not enough.
Oh,
he won,
sorry.
He won
I don't
bingo,
think-
but maybe you get to bank it until we get the first
Another free
merch
saucy
plushie.
stock.
I don't know.
Yeah, prize wall. I'll do it next time.
You get to keep listening. Woo! You get 1 month free Patreon.
There we go.
John,
Yeah.
do we have a Patreon?
Well, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
Okay, we'll talk about it in post. Got it.
Yep. Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Bye.